Are you guys here for the halftime show?
Okay.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome into another episode of the Full Send Half Mast podcast. Tonight is going to be a fun one. We're going to do a full Chili Bowl recap. Oh, what an amazing week of racing we had there. We had some fun watch parties with you guys all week long, including our finale on Saturday, which was absolutely fun and thrilling. What a great race that was. We'll break down the week for you guys. We'll give all the winners, some of our opinions, some talking points we want to go over with some of the dramas that occurred during the end of that Saturday night main A feature. So we'll do that with you guys tonight, and as well as a preview for our Rolex 24, which is this weekend. We're going to be doing multiple watch parties for the legendary 64th running of the Rolex 24. We'll give you our picks, our dark horses, maybe what to expect, some of the things that we'll be able to watch, as we did that full IMSA series preview last week on the podcast. A lot of those talking points will be reiterated here as we go into one of the most historic and best racing events of the year this weekend, into the next and one of the most historic racing events this upcoming weekend. Unbelievable time of racing, unbelievable way to start off 2026, and I can't wait to get into it with you guys. And we also have a little bit of news we're going to cover with you guys as well on this fine Tuesday afternoon, evening, wherever you may be watching from. So, Tom, you're with me here today. How are you doing, man?
I'm great. I am great. Ready to finally get this 2026 racing kicked off.
I am so ready, man. It's been yeah.
I mean,
There's
other than
nothing
the Chili
better.
Bowl, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing better than the beginning of the year with the fresh starts and the big events that kick off the beginning of the year. It's kind of crazy too, because we have Chili Bowl, Rolex, then the 12 hours of Bathurst, and then we have Daytona 500, all like back to back to back to back to start the season. It's like we're gonna cram all of our crown jewels in at the beginning of the year, which is kind of hilarious. But I'm here for it. I'm excited. We're gonna see all this great action before us. Let's start off with a little bit of news, Tom. I saw this. RFK Bring it back to 99 so it all feels right in the world, because I felt like Trackhouse, that wasn't really a Trackhouse number. I like where they're at now with their numbers. But RFK gets the 99 back, but they pull in the LaJoy dozer out of retirement, out of the Chili's kitchen staff to come run the Daytona 500. What a joke.
Stacked
dude.
enough pennies for the past 2 years, I guess, for a single ride.
Oh my goodness. What an absolute joke, dude. Well, Jimmy out there, he's getting to get the provisional. And then it looks like we're gonna have RFK with the 99 car. Uh did you see any other entries? I mean, we got Anthony Alfredo with beard, which is good. Fast pasta. Rocking that beard machine. I think it's well deserved. Although Parker Retzloff probably could do just as good. I don't know. I don't mind Anthony Alfredo, but we've got to be getting close to that 40-something count for the Daytona 500, because then even Junior Motorsports is running the 40 car. So that's at least 40 entries for the Daytona 500.
Let's see, because we got to be getting really close. I feel like we're up to like 45.
Yeah, because I feel like MBM's going to be out there with the 66. NY Racing, I don't know about them. Amerivet, if they're still a team, I don't know if they're going to be running. Trackhouse isn't running a 5th car this year, or 4th car this year. Project 91, probably not. Not sure. We got to be getting close to that 40 mark. I don't know how I feel about LaJoy though. I feel like this is an absolute clownery, man. Like how long is this guy gonna stick around, dude? He's like, just keeps coming back around and back around and back around. It doesn't do anything to bring value to a team, bring value to the sport. Besides his little show that nobody watches, it's on YouTube, you know.
So it looks like there's 42 cars so far. Yeah,
So we're sending one guy home, essentially.
right now. Yeah,
What's the point?
that's what it looks like.
Why are we sending anybody home at that point? You know? Like,
Yeah, just let them race.
just let them race. I agree. And I understand if you're like worried about points and whatnot, but who cares? Who cares about the way the points are set up? You know what I mean? Like, just let it play out naturally, and let's let everybody race, man. It's Daytona 500, man. Just let everybody race. Make it make it a participation thing, you know? Let's get the field up. Let's make it more of a crown jewel than it already is. I don't know. I'm still not really super excited for the 500 yet, Tom. I haven't gotten to that mindset yet with NASCAR. I'm excited to see the Rolex this weekend. I was excited for Chili Bowl all last week. I'm excited for Bathurst, which is in a week or two from now. But
Give us
Daytona
the
500,
750 horsepower for the super speedways.
fuck, give us 1,000 horsepower, dude. Let's take.
Well, let's work with the
spoilers
750
off.
for now. Let's take what they're willing to give for the moment, right? And then kind of like January 6th, we raid their headquarters.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Watch out, Daytona Beach, Florida. Here we come.
See.
We're gonna raid the beach, bro. Can you imagine like a million drunken rednecks right there on Daytona Beach, just at the Daytona headquarters, dude? Just tearing the windows down, barging in, throwing bricks through windows. It's like was that movie The Patriot, where they like went after King George or whatever? Put King George's head on a rope. They just start standing out there. O'Donnell, you're coming out of the building. Put your head on a rope. Put it on a picket. You know. Yeah. We'll see. So those are the confirmed, some more confirmed entries for Daytona 500. Jordan Anderson Racing announced today that they're going to bring Ross Chastain in to run 4 races this year. How down bad does Ross have to be? Because he brings more value to that team than what that team brings value to anybody.
No, it's just weird. I don't get it. I think maybe Jordan Anderson might have, a sucker like my vacuum that I had over here. He might be really good at it too.
Facts, dude. I mean, that's just goes to prove that Ross Chastain would drive anything. That's unbelievable. I don't know, man. I thought I would see a lot more Austin Green this year. I mean, they had Parker Retzloff. He did good, like once he left them, and then they brought in Austin Green for some select starts last year. And like I said, every race he ran, he was a top 10 threat. I felt like he was going to get more opportunities this year, but they stick with Jeb Burton, which my opinion on him has swayed like 180 over the last couple years, for reasons good or bad. But man, I don't know. He's running an interesting slate. I saw there was a road course on there. I think he just had Atlanta on there. There's some different racetracks that he was running. That's going to be interesting to see how he does, because they don't have the restriction anymore, right? Like you can run just about as many as you want. You just can't run the playoff races. Isn't that the new rule?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think it was something like that where you can run like I think you can run up to like 10 or 12 now. You just can't run in the chase or whatever, which I think is fair. But yeah, be interested to see what Chastain can do. Ed Carpenter, this is another man. Just like Jimmy Johnson, you just can't stay away, dude. He's going to be making another Indy 500 attempt, his 23rd. I mean, he's never going to win one. How many times has he been in position to do it and just not get it done? And now he's just continuing putting himself out there to embarrass himself. I mean, and the thing is, those Ed Carpenter cars are fast. Like, we've seen great runs out of them the last few years with a handful of different drivers. Even like last year with Rossi.
VK.
And VK
had some awesome runs with Carpenter.
I mean, Rasmussen had a good run last year as well, and then he had those
too,
issues. Yeah, we've seen some good runs out of Ed Carpenter, but not from Ed himself. It's going to be like the last couple years, Tom. My prediction is he's going to qualify in the top 12, and then he's going to be a non-factor by the halfway point of the race.
Yeah. You're probably right.
It is what it is. All right. Enfinger returns to CR7 Racing. I don't understand
That's a
this
good
move.
thing.
I don't understand this move by him though, because that team is dog shit. Let's just be real, Tom. He has put that team on his back the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And I feel like they owe him a big amount. If the cars aren't going to be good, like this man needs to be getting like an extension raise. You know, like he needs to be making a ton of money, because he's put this team from before he got there. This team is dog shit. He got them to a playoffs. He's won a race with them. He got them in a championship 4. And I guess maybe there wasn't any more doors open for Enfinger because of maybe his age, maybe contract negotiations, maybe his price point that he is demanding is too high. I feel like CR7 deserves... I mean, it's good for CR7, let's be honest. But for Enfinger, I don't think it's that great of a move.
Yeah, but also, here's another thing. I kind of look at Grant Enfinger like I did Kurt Busch in the Cup Series. Kurt Busch can go anywhere and build a team, and then let's just take Stuart Haas for example, or Stuart Haas. Let's take Stuart Haas. He built that 41 team, and then made it race winning, even won the Daytona 500 with it, and then things started getting expensive, and they had to get Daniel Suarez in there for some funding, right? And so then Kurt was out, went to Ganassi, started winning races, went to Jumpman or 2311 and started winning races. It's kind of like Grant, whether he's extended his or overstayed his welcome, or how we're typically looking at it. I don't really know, because the potential could be there. Like, again, with Kurt Busch, take him with Phoenix Racing, or take him with even Furniture Row Racing. Like, Kurt Busch, in a matter of time, was just going to make those teams win. Well, he already made. Well, yeah, he was going to win with those races and be championship contender. Just needed more time. Maybe that's something that we see with Grant Enfinger this year, where maybe he's given that amount of time, and we start seeing multiple race wins within a year, and then even be championship, maybe even a championship favorite going into the final race or something like that. I mean, I don't know, but it's kind of interesting, because we're kind of seeing a side of maybe like what Kurt Busch could have done. Maybe. I don't really know. That's kind of like how I'm looking at it, though. I'm pretty sure he has a teammate now too, doesn't he?
Yeah, they've had a rotating certain amount of cars. I mean, they've ran like a 97
like
car
full-time.
and I have no idea. I honestly, CR7, if they have 2 cars, that's just pointless. I think it's just pointless. I just don't think I just personally, especially now that they've changed the way that the championship is won in these series, like he benefited from the win in your in system because he was never going to be able to outpoint the big teams in the truck series. So he was always able to be like, I could go win at Daytona, I could go win at Talladega, maybe win Atlanta. I could maybe run top 5 and top 10 at like the short tracks like Milwaukee and Bristol and Martinsville and put myself in a position where I can make it through a couple rounds, get to the championship 4. Now, they've got to find speed at all the intermediates. They got to find speed at the Michigan track. They got to find speed on road courses. It's just, I just don't think that there's a pathway for Grant Enfinger to put this car in contention to win a championship. I mean, yeah, could he be a fringe top 10 guy and maybe make the chase? Yeah, but putting himself in such a deficit early in the points, I feel like it'll be like a natural elimination after like 2-3 races in. I don't know. I feel like, again, but you're probably right. Like, he's building this team. He's hiring the people he wants. He has the freedom to bring in the guys he wants, bring in the crew chief he wants. And maybe that's what he's looking for at the end of his career. You know, maybe if you go somewhere else, he won't be able to hand select this team and build a team. In this place, he can. And maybe they can continue to build something that they've been building for the last couple of years. So I could see the positives. I could see the negatives of this situation. And like you said, dude, I like Grant Enfinger. I guess I see your point with the Kurt Busch thing. And I would like to see him succeed here moving forward. I just don't know. I'm on the fence about the CR7 deal.
I don't know either.
We'll
I don't know.
see.
I think we'll know a lot about CR7 in 2026. And honestly, this could probably be the final year for Grant Enfinger,
Could be.
to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, I'm surprised that this last year wasn't. I mean, honestly, so it's kind of good to see him back. I would like to see him stick around at least for a few more years, but we'll see how it goes here in 2026. We'll be keeping our eyes on Grant Enfinger, and who knows, he might shock the world and bring us into another level here in the Truck Series. All right, let's talk about the Chili Bowl Nationals. I've got a video that I plan on releasing here in the next day or so. I've been working on it the last couple days, so I don't want to get too in depth with it, but let's talk about some of the talking points. First off, let's talk about Darren Nida and Mac Leopard. I think these guys deserve a ton of flowers, ton of roses. Have a day they did on Chili Bowl Saturday. I believe Mac Leopard was in a Monday prelim night and had mechanical issues and buried him basically in a end main to start Chili Bowl Saturday. Darren Nida started an O main. I believe he was on like a Thursday or a Tuesday prelim night. Had a terrible luck himself. Had a flip. Had some mechanical issues. Both these guys had better cars than what main events they wound themselves up into. Just had awful prelim nights. And they went on historic Chili Bowl runs. The most soups we've ever seen anybody, or main events anybody has ever competed on a Saturday night coming into this year was 7. The most main events, or most soups transferred through was 6 coming into this year. And we saw 2 guys. Not just one guy. Get through 8 main events, race 9, or advance through 8 soups, and then race in 9 different main events. We saw 2 guys do it in the same year in the same Chili Bowl. And the fun part about it, Tom, is they were both in the same features every time. So they were racing not only each other for those limited transfer spots at every race, but they were just like, they would get 1-2 behind each other and they'd follow each other through every time and keep advancing. Darren Nida went from an O all the way to, I believe it was a G feature, where his Chili Bowl came to an end as he finished 1 spot short of the runner of the transfer. As the main that he gets eliminated, Tom, they were taking the top 6. He gets eliminated in the first main where they only took the top 5. So he finished 6th. So if it was one more main taking the top 6, he would have advanced on to 10 and had the record himself. And then Mac Leopard obviously advanced to an F main from an N main. He gets eliminated in a F main, drove from 17 to 9. And what's cool about these records, Tom, that makes it even more special is Darren Nida did win 1 feature, but Mac Leopard won 4 features on Saturday. Breaks the all-time record for the most wins in a Saturday night. Unbelievable performance. Darren Nida completed, 68 passes, which puts him 3rd on the all-times list for the most passes made on a Saturday night, with behind JJ Yaley, who had 69. And Mac Leopard had 73 passes completed in his Chili Bowl effort, which is now the new all-time record. So Mac Leopard broke every record there was to break. It felt like on Saturday. Unbelievable. I said this during the watch party, or I said this even, I think I did say this during the watch party. I think this is a record that will be broken eventually, Tom. It might not happen till like the 50 or the 60th Chili Bowl Nationals or years and years down the line. But this is a record that will stand for a long time, but records are meant to be broken. I think this record will be broken someday. Do you agree or disagree with this record being
Oh, of
broken?
course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course. Someday you'll have another superstar come along, or just somebody's just having a really good day and and break it.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. And I think the only reason that Mac Leopard got eliminated is because of the track change that they did. They end up reworking the track, and everything he had learned about the track all day long just got thrown out the window in that short little 15 lap race, and that's really where it came to an end. They had to hold which is cool because they were going to do it 2 main events before when they actually did it, but they held off doing the track work just to see how long they could keep these chili roll runs going. The rowdies were going wild. It was unbelievable, man. That just made this Chili Bowl so much fun because I love waking up and early in the morning watching the soup runs. You always every year you get a couple guys that go through like 3, 4, 5 soups, and you just get detached to the story. I was glued to my phone, Tom, my television, whatever it was I was watching on that whole day, just glued because it was just like unbelievable watching what those guys are doing, man. Unbelievable. Also, Cody Brewer and Jace Park both went through 6 soups, which coming into this year's Chili Bowl, Tom, there had only been 5 guys in the 39-year history of Chili Bowls that had ever gone through 6 soups. And we had 4 guys do it in one Chili Bowl Saturday. And Cody Brewer and Jace Park aren't getting a lot of love or credit for it because obviously Darren Knight and Mac Leopard's incredible runs. But I feel like they deserved a little bit of a shout out here because they both went through 6 as well this on Saturday, which is very impressive. Adding the total now to 9 guys that have gone through that many soups on a Chili Bowl Saturday. We got to talk about Jet Barnes, Tom. Rookie of the year for the Chili Bowl. Phenomenal 14-year-old driving for Swindell Speed Labs, one of the best teams in the grid. Tuesday's prelim night came home P3, securing himself a front row start in a B main on Saturday. And then he ends up going on and dominating that P feature, dude. But Shane Golobic and his mirror, Tyler Bernal or Ryan Bernal as well get put behind him. Unbelievable. Jet Barnes is a superstar in the making, Tom.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, holy cow, can that boy drive? Holy cow. Dude, some of the stuff that we were watching, not only that, but like putting 2 or 3 seconds on second place. Like, holy freaking crap, dude. That was like some Connor Zillage stuff that we were watching right there.
It was unbelievable, man. And then he comes onto the stage for his driver intros and he's chugging an energy drink before he gets in the car.
He freaking shotguns an energy drink. What the hell? You know what? This guy kind of cool. Shit.
And then you had Ryan Blaney tweeting at him saying, this kid can wheel a race car, man, like giving him props. And honestly, when he gets to the main event, he started P12. He drove himself up to like P8 at one point before he ended up hopping the cushion and knocked the Nerf bar in and had a bunch of damage, put him out of the race. Yeah. And I think they interviewed Kevin Swindell, the car owner, after the race, and he said, "Man, I think if he wouldn't have hopped the cushion, got that damage, I think that kid would have contended for the win with Emerson, at the end of that race." And I'm like, I wouldn't have doubted him, man. That kid was on rails. He could take that car anywhere. I mean, he wrapped the berm better than most of the best could do, Like, he was just unbelievable down there. Then he would take it to the top side, and he could run the cushion better than anybody else, I felt like. It was like there was no weakness in this kid's game or the car he was driving. So it was unbelievable to watch. Jet Barnes, Rookie of the Year for the Chili Bowl. Mac Leopard, Darren Knight, Jet Barnes. I'm going to nominate all 3 of those guys as Drivers of the Week. I think they all deserve their flowers and roses for this incredible Chili Bowl and made names for themselves. Like, now you're going to look into the future and you're going to see Darren Knight, Jet Barnes, and Mac Leopard. They're going to be guys that you're going to look on in future Chili Bowls and be like, those guys are good. They made names for themselves. We saw that in the past with Steven Snyder Jr. a few years ago when he made that phenomenal run. Last year with Landon Brooks, Brennan Crouch locking themselves in on prelim night. And then even Dason Persley a couple years ago with his soup run from D to the A. So there's like all these guys that making names for themselves. It's kind of cool to see. Let's just jump right into the A main, Tom. How about old Hung money, dude? Can you believe that people are blaming Alex Bowman for that?
Dude. What did I say at the beginning of the whole week? I mean, I called it last Tuesday. You know? I called it.
Yeah, I mean, that was the most hung money thing I could have ever pictured, you know? Like, and the funny thing is, wait, what was it? 73% of the vote on our watch party had Larson winning. My vote or poll that I put up on X had like 60 something percent Larson, and then our YouTube post had like 60 something percent Larson as well. I mean, everybody had Larson penciled in, and then he runs over CJ Larry, who had a flat tire, which everybody's blaming Bowman for that because it's Bowman's car and Bowman gets all the hate and blame. I saw multiple comments on X. I think there was one on one of our YouTube pages that blamed him as well. And it's like, you, I understand that he's a punching bag, but it's not his fault, for one. Number two, there was other cars that passed CJ Leary, who had the flat tire at the time, cleanly. Larson is the one out of the four of them that ran into the back of him and then absolutely just throttled up or something down the straightaway. I don't know if he tried to turn under Leary, but then he hooks it back to the right, slams off the wall upside down, and ends up getting terminal damage. And Kyle Larson's Chili Bowl efforts from second. If he continues in that race, Tom, do you think he beats Emerson Axum?
No,
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Emerson was unbelievable.
He was on a freaking different level that night. I don't. At this point, I'm thinking about it. Man, I don't think God could beat him.
Oh man.
I mean, seriously, that guy was just on a different level. Maybe a bad adjective there, but you know what? Think of a better one. He was just that good. He really was. He was just that good.
Yeah, he was unreal. Absolutely unreal. The one caveat I do have to that with somebody being able to beat Axum, and we didn't get to truly see it because of the penalty. And I know at the time, Tom, I said, well, that sucks. It's a penalty. But I keep looking it back and rewatching it. And then I heard the interview from Logan Seavey saying that Pursley got screwed on that penalty. And the more I watch it back, the more I agree. I think that Pursley got screwed. I think he got screwed.
Of course he did. Of course.
Seavey
But I don't think he still would have
stumbling.
beat Emerson.
No, I don't think he would have beat him either, but I would have loved to have at least seen the opportunity with Pursley at a chance on his bumper. And he was working the inside line. Emerson was coming to the outside. I feel like he would have had a chance to maybe throw a bomb at Emerson Axum. Would he have stuck it and probably put it in the fence? Yes, he probably would have put it in the fence. Could he have even gone side by side with Emerson? Probably not. But I still would have loved to see the chance. Yes. I think he got screwed. I mean, I understand rules are black and white and you're not supposed to pass, but we saw it multiple times. This is where my problem is, Tom. I watched Chili Bowl all week. I saw multiple races where the guy that was in second did not get a good restart, and the guy in third went to go to pass them, and they would just bring the yellow out and they would just have a restart, you know? Like they would just bunch the field back up and restart them where they were, say, oh, we had a bad restart. And if the guy in second didn't go for a second time, we saw it happen in two different races where the guy in second didn't go a second time, they just put him in the back. So it's like they should have just stopped the race, restarted it with Pursley back in third, with CV in second, and then restarted it again and see what would happen. That's the way I feel. They end up just going straight to the penalty, put Pursley back 2 spots, ended his Chili Bowl efforts and run. I really feel like they kind of screwed him there. And even Logan Seavey said, what was Dazen supposed to do? I stumbled. I was out of gas. What was he going to do? Hold the field up to wait for me? And then even Pursley said that. He said, I love Chili Bowl. I understand that rules are black and white. But again, what am I supposed to do? You know, I can't just hit the brakes and stop in front of the field. Like, my Chili Bowl's over if I do that. Like, it's over. You know, they're not going to give me my spot back if I stall the car, you know? So, and then another one that made no sense to me as well, Tom, was Blake Hahn. He had some type of issue, had to come to a stop, wasn't involved in a caution, was running P3 at the time, and then they ended up putting him at the back, and when they refired him, they didn't even give him a spot back. I still don't understand that. I got to rewatch that back again and figure that out, because he had a pretty good car. I mean, yeah, he wasn't going to win, but he was still a top 5 guy. He had a great,
didn't he go behind the wall?
No, he stalled his car on the infield. And
yeah, I remember that.
Push him off. I don't know. I'd have to go back and rewatch it completely because they might have pushed him up on the ramp. They might have, and they just didn't show it. So yeah, you could be right.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I was pretty inebriated.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I don't know. I wish we'd have had a little bit more clarification on that Blake Hahn one because he had a great weekend going. I guess the next big one I do want to talk about. Let's talk about Emerson or Can't Drive Cannon McIntosh throwing an absolute nuclear missile at Shane Golobic. Never was gonna make that slide job work, dude. It was never gonna happen. He didn't even have him half cleared, and he just threw the car up in front of Shane, dude. And then what did Shane get out? I can't remember what he said. He gets out and he wanted to fight Cannon. I mean, Cannon McIntosh is a fucking clown, dude. Let's just be real, boys. Let's just be real. I mean, we shit on him, 2 years ago when he did that whole it was the same move that he did on TMS.
Yep.
And he did it again to Shane Golobic, dude. And he like when you look like they interview him, dude, there's nothing going on behind those eyes, bro. He's like one of those labs, dude. Like, labs are like real friendly, nice dogs, but they're just dumb. That's Cannon McIntosh. Like, that kid is just, there's nobody home, dude. Knock, nobody's home. I mean, what are your thoughts on this Cannon McIntosh bullcrap, man? Like, I can't believe that again.
Well, I think it's cinema. I think it's great. In fact, we should have stopped the race and let him fight it out. That's what we should have done.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm with you, dude. I'm with you, man.
On the track. Because again, like, it goes back to this conversation we've been having all year long last year with NASCAR. After the race, put the octagon out, let them fight it out. You get 2 separate forms of entertainment for the day. The first one to drop, fight's over, get them out of there. And if the crews want to fight, let them have an 8 versus 8 man, little Nacho Libre action going on in there.
Battle Royale.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Do the same thing with the Chili Bowl. I know it was last year. The race promoter said, if you guys want to fight, we're going to do it on the track. Don't go back to your trailer, toter homes, whatever. Stay out here. You're going to fight it out. And then we're all going to shake hands afterwards. And I'm like, yeah, that's what we need to do. And in fact, if it's even actually make it exclusively for the main, right? Exclusively for the main. If you wreck out with another guy and you want to fight him right then and there, stop the race, let him fight it out, and then start the motors again and let's go.
I'm down for that idea, bro. Let's do it. I'm totally down. And then like they'll check it for CTE, and if they do have CTE, they got to get back in the car. If they don't, they're done for the night.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody's got to be bleeding.
Yeah.
At least.
We got DJ Puckett in the chat. He says, hello, what's up, guys? No, we're just chilling. Another great Tuesday podcast. He says, we need to have a pit crew tag team matches. I'm totally down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, who wouldn't want to go to a NASCAR race, not for the race, but for the fighting?
Yes.
Right? I mean, you can sit there in the stands all day, have the sun beating down on you, 30 pack down the hatch, and you're watching these people just freaking duke it out in the infield. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be mint. That'd be premium freaking content right there.
That'd be badass. That'd be badass.
You don't even have to watch the race. Well, I mean, here's the deal. If you've got people like, you miss the race, you show up for the fight. Well, there's like 4 drivers lined up or whatever. They want to smack the crap out of each other. Let them. But then well, man, this race got to be pretty good. There's some good drama going on here. You know what I mean? Then you're going to watch it back. That's what I'm saying. You know what? I need to be a race promoter.
I like it. Especially when somebody brings out the jack handle, man. Like when the jack handle comes out, a shit's about to get real. I'm down for that. Yeah. So Cannon McIntosh, we're gonna nominate him, Kyle Larson, for Boneheads of the Week. I did want to talk about Grant. The other nominee for Bonehead of the Week was Gavin Miller. In his prelim on Friday. By the way, Friday's prelim night was freaking fantastic. I think it was the best racing in the entire week. I mean, that race, if you guys ever get a chance to go rewatch it or go watch the highlights on YouTube, or if you watch it live, you guys know what I'm talking about. That was one of the most insane races I've ever seen at Chili Bowl. Gavin Miller late in that race throwing bombs with Justin Grant. Gets way too aggressive with like 3-4 laps to go. You don't have to win the race, man. You just have to get top 2 for the lock-in. He throws an absolute bomb that was never going to work. Runs it right up against the track on the front straightaway. I mean, incredible driving talent, but just absolutely threw away his Chili Bowl. Ends up not making the call on Saturday for the Soup Run. I'm going to nominate him because that was just over-aggression way too early. Or with plenty of time left in the race, Tom. That's like, That's like Ross Chastain doing the freaking wall ride at Martinsville with like 28 laps to go. What are you doing? You know?
Yeah, with like 28 laps. Yeah, exactly. What the hell?
Like, what are you doing, man? What else?
It's got smooth brain written all over it.
Yeah. No, I think the best part about it though is Logan CV running out of gas. Obviously, the Days of Persley thing, but when he runs out of gas, he ends up like yelling at the officials or he's trying to signal like, "We need to stop the race and put fuel in these cars." Like, can you imagine if we'd have stopped the race and put fuel in these cars, Tom? Like, how much integrity would have been lost on Chili Bowl? It was like they didn't do that for Percy last year. They disqualified him for the pole shuffle when he ran out of gas, but they're over here. I'm glad they didn't stop it, is all I'm saying, because. And I like Logan Seavey. I got nothing against Spindle Speedlizer or Logan Seavey. Nothing. I like the team, like the guys, but I'm glad we didn't pull none of that shenanigan NAS crap, you know, and pull some green flag stops on.
You could make it into a good sort of ordeal, right? I mean, all the cars that are remaining, you just let them fuel up, and while they're fueling up, you get the people who are already out of the race and let them duke it out.
Yeah, I mean, we're thinking right now. We're using our noggins, other than a hat holder.
I got those. I got those like Keystone Light ideas right now. You know what I mean?
Good decisions, bad decisions, any decision is all the decisions.
It's all good decisions in my eyes. Like Keith Stone, baby.
Keith Stone. Oh my goodness. Oh man, yeah, it was an awesome race. Logan CV, Justin Grant throwing bombs at the end. Obviously, Justin Grant went over after that whole ordeal, but it was Emerson Axsom's race, man. That was one of the most impressive drives. I mean, he led 52, 53 of the laps. I mean, he took the lead from Larson 2-3 laps into the race. Never looked back. I mean, he was so good. That car, he could take it to the bottom, to the top. He navigated lap traffic well. He defended all the sliders that were getting thrown at him by CV and Grant. Persley at the end tried to kind of throw one with the penalty. I mean, he just withstood it all. I mean, he even battled Larson side by side, and he outdueled Larson. He was going to beat Larson if Larson finished that race or not. I don't really care what anybody says. I feel like that is 100% fact. What a fantastic Chili Bowl, guys. What a fantastic Chili Bowl. It just gets better and better every year. I've got a video that I've been working on the last couple of days. I plan on getting that out here this evening or early in the morning. I'm going to try and get it done tonight. And it just... This was one of the most historic Chili Bowls of all time. It is. I mean, the soup runs we had on Chiller Droller Day, we had some of the best. I think every prelim night was amazing. It got better and better, race by race. Like Tuesday was good. Wednesday was better. Thursday was better than those days. And then Friday was the best of all. It just like every night, it just got better and better ramped up. And just an amazing 55-lap race. I mean, I'm glad. That was another opinion, Tom, before we wrap up Chili Bowl. Do you think the 40-lapper was better last year? Do you like the 55-lapper that we had this year? Because I felt like the track lasted
55.
This year. Yeah.
Yeah, 55. It was better.
Yeah, I agree. It felt like the track it lasted the whole time. Like it didn't go to the bottom.
Yeah, it was
like
kind of weird,
past
wasn't
years.
it? Yeah,
the
because
was
last
gone,
year
but
it was
still
bad.
There. Yeah.
The last year was bad, like really, really bad, really dry. And the track was only racy for like 10 laps, and then after that, it was just everybody to the bottom. It was honestly, it was a garbage Chili Bowl, but in terms of track conditions. But this year, they did a really good job this year. Really good job.
Yeah, I agree. I hope 55 remains what we need the Chili Bowl to be at. I think it was a great race. The track, if we could keep a track to hold together like it did, and I mean, we said it, even Tom, we were like predicting with like 10, 15 laps ago, we're like, oh, they're going to go to the bottom, and they never really did. Like the cushion was gone, but somehow there was just enough up there that they kept it multi-lane track, and if we could do that every year, the Chili Bowl needs to stay at 55 because I really, really thoroughly enjoyed that distance.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that's it for Chili Bowl. It was such a great weekend. Again, thanks to everybody that tuned in on our watch parties. Those were a lot of fun this week. We're going to have some more, obviously, this weekend for Rolex, which we're going to get into next. So let's make our picks, Tom. It's the opener for the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship, as well as the Michelin Pilot Challenge Series, the BMW Endurance Challenge. This is one of my favorite races of the year, Tom. It's the 4-hour race on Friday, the prelude to the Rolex with the Michelin Pilot Challenge Series. It's one of the... in my opinion, I think it's one of the most entertaining classes. It's the GT4 cars. It's the front wheel drive TCR cars. You got the little Hondas and what's the Cupra that we made fun of all year last year?
The Cupra.
I mean, it's such a fun race. This is one of those entry level GT3 races. You got a lot of bronze drivers, you got a lot of amateur drivers, a lot of dentists, lawyers, doctors, uh, pharmaceutical company people, school teachers. I mean, it's entertaining as hell. I'm telling you, it's gonna be on Friday, 4-hour race, kind of the premier race for the Michelin Pilot Challenge Series. I'm gonna go with Windward Racing. They're running the GT4 program, the GT3 program. Their GT4 program has been unbelievable. They won this race last year. I think they go back to back. And then my dark horse, I'm gonna go with BMW with the Paul Miller team. Again, we talked about their GT3 program not finding a win last year. I think this year they're definitely a dark horse when it comes to the BOPs compared to a lot of the other cars in the Grand Sport division. So I'm going to take the number 95 BMW, take the dark horse spot there. And then when it comes to TCR, there's only one team to pick, and it's Brian Herta Autosport. As the number 76 car is going to win this race, just like they did last year with DuPont is their main bronze driver behind the wheel there. I think he's going to do everything they need to win. And then my dark horse, I'm going to go with Honda because Honda has really struggled at these longer Michelin Pilot Challenge races. They've really struggled on the bigger tracks. I think they're going to continue to struggle this year. I think they're going to be an absolute meme. The Cupra, not going to make the call this year, unfortunately. That kind of sucks, but we'll see what
special mention. Special mention. Oh wait, the Cupra's not going to be there?
I don't think so. I didn't see him on the entry list. Let me check one more
Oh,
time
for real?
just to make sure. Oh, they are. They are on the entry list.
Special mention.
The Cupra Leon VZ TCR. That car is an absolute pile, dude. There's 2 Cupras. 3 Cupras. Holy shit. We got Stallion Motorsports. We got Goo Racing.
God.
And we got Victor Gonzalez Racing running the Cupra.
Oh no.
This is going to be fantastic, Tom. We got 3 Cupras repping this year's 4-hour Michelin BMW Challenge. No, we got 4 Cupras. Wait, we got 2 Victor Gonzalez Racing machines in this race.
Oh no.
I guess you're under over here. How many Cupras finished the race? Let's put the under over at 2.5 finish the race. I'm gonna take the under.
Oh shit, okay. Well, I'll take the over then. I was definitely gonna say under. I'll take the over. Just watch them, dude. They're gonna be a freaking rocket ship. Just watch.
Dude, can you imagine if they sweep the podium? Cupra?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that'd be insanity. That would be the greatest upset. I will make a video on that if that happens. I'm not gonna lie. That will be a documentary. Alrighty. I guess let's do it, Tom. It's Saturday and Sunday. The legendary Rolex 24 Daytona. This is the 64th running of this fantastic endurance race. Tom, definitely one of the top 10 races of the year. We've made our list in the past. We'll have to update our list here in the next upcoming weeks. But this race is absolutely thrilling. Me and Tom were talking before we got on stream. I think the last 3 years, I think I've slept maybe 3 hours combined during this race. So it's you take a 15-minute nap here and there, you get back up. It's not only an endurance of the mind, it's an endurance of the driver ability, the changing conditions. I think one of the best and most serene sights in all of motorsports, Tom, is at the late night hours in that race when the fireworks go off on the backstretch and the Ferris wheels in the background light glowed up with all the different visuals.
So iconic, dude.
It's
so
absolutely insane. And even the drivers, when they talk about it, they always say it's so hard to focus during that 15-minute stretch of the night because I'm just watching the fireworks while I'm trying to race against guys around me. It's one of the great spectacles. It's like the 3 wide start at Indianapolis or the intro. Exactly. At St. Louis when they do the fire around the backstretch. Yeah, it's you have these moments in racing that are just, or even the Chili Bowl, when they shoot off the streamers at the beginning of the race, and they're all flailing in the air in the first couple laps of the race. There's all these moments in motorsports that just the visual, it's bigger and better than anything else, and that's what the Rolex has. And the race is so much fun too because you can't win the race in the first 22 hours, but you sure as fucking lose the damn thing, man. We've seen it so many damn times over the last couple of years, dude. We saw what was it last year where we saw a multi-car crash? We saw Kamui Kobayashi put his name on the map with the most insane stint of I've probably ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I second that. That was insane.
It's just gonna be an absolutely thrilling race. I mean, if you guys get a chance, I mean, just you got to watch the beginning. If I was to recommend stints to watch in this race, I would say watch the first opening 2 hours. The first 2 hours are insane because that's when you weed out a lot of the pretenders. Lots of people make mistakes, lots of wrecks, especially with the LMP2 class, which we'll get into with our previews here. And then the next best stint is that midnight-ish hour, right when the fireworks are going off. That's when you bring in a lot of your gold and silver and platinum drivers, and they're doing
like
the long,
midnight
hard
to like
stints.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
Those are the good hours, man. Those are the good hours.
Those are where separates the men from the boys. That's when you start to see people go laps down. That's when you see people have mechanical issues. That's when you see pit crews making mistakes because they're fatigued for so many hours. Like that's where it gets exciting. And then the next best stint of the race is the final 3 hours. Those final 3 hours, the race to the checkers, putting in every last little bit of speed and energy into these cars, strategizing to the end of the race with fuel and energy loads, and putting in your best drivers, your closers into the race, and the duels and the battles that we see. And we always get every year it feels like we get 5-6 cautions within the last 6 hours or 3 to 4 hours. And it just turns into this weird restarts and strategies and shuffling the field. And it just becomes this magical event. So that's what I would say if I was looking forward to the Rolex 24. It's going to be a freaking fantastic race, man. All right, it's time to make our picks, Tom. It's time. We've with all the pomp and circumstance, all of the prelude to this. This is one of my favorite races of the year. I freaking love this race. When it comes to GTP, this is a tough class to pick, Tom. I think this is going to be. I think this and Pro are going to be your two most competitive classes in this entire race. I think it's going to be absolutely thrilling. We've said what we said about BMW last week on the preview show. BMW, they're the one team that doesn't have a lot of big changes. Aero-wise, BOP-wise, a lot of things are the same from last year. They really turned up at the end of last year. They're going to be tough to beat. We saw them last year competing at the end of this race. They didn't make a lot of mistakes. Last year, we saw Acura have a ton of mistakes and put themselves behind 8 ball. They're former winners of this race. We'll see what they can do. And then obviously Cadillac. They've got the big changes with their aero packages, with the everything they've got with their BOPs. Everything's going to be new for Cadillac after they ended last year on such a high note. And then obviously Porsche, your 2-time defending champions in the Rolex 24 as well as in the IMSA Series Championship. It's going to be a great battle. But when push comes to shove and we're picking a team that's going to win this race, and call me a homer, call me a moron, call me an idiot, all you want, but the team that's going to win this race, they're going to find a way to survive. They're not going to be competitive at all through the first 12 hours of this race. They're going to be probably lacking behind the Porsches, the Acuras, and the Porsches. I would put my money on that being the case. But when it comes to the end of the race, and it's money time, the stints that we see out of Frederick Vesti, and we see out of Connor Zilic in particular, are going to be stints that are going to be must-watch TV. I am super excited to see Action Express go back to victory lane and kick off the new campaign with this Cadillac format with a dub. And it's going to set themselves up for my prediction of them winning the championship this year at IMSA. Action Express, number 31, will win this race. My dark horse is Aston Martin, of course, because nobody's got them picked. Nobody's got them pegged. I think that car sounds freaking awesome. The V12 engine that car has, naturally aspirated, that thing is a beast. That thing sounds amazing on the track. The progression with Roman DeAndres and Ross Gunn, I think they're the perfect drivers for this program. The development they've had in their short tenure in the GTP prototype racing has been absolutely fantastic. I think they're going to put on one hell of a show. And I think when we get down to the end of this race, Tom, they're going to be in the top 5. I'm calling it now. They're going to avoid any of the catastrophic malfunctions, wrecks, penalties, and they're going to put themselves in position late in this race to secure maybe even a potential podium. I'm going with Aston Martin as a good dark horse pick this weekend.
All right, my pick. I'm going to stay tried and true because I don't think that this team got a really fair shot last year. And kind of like what Jay said, there's a lot of teams that kind of just cruise until that, 6, 8, maybe even 4 hours to go in the race. And so we really didn't get to see a lot of this team last year due to a mechanical failure, and it kind of just ruined the race. and we're having a little bit of a driver lineup change too, with this specific car, which is the number 93 Acura. And I'm really excited to see what Alex Palou can do. In fact, Alex Palou was what in the car for 3 laps when the mechanical failure happened. So like Alex didn't even get to go and drive, like an honest a true honest stint on this car to see kind of what it was made of. So I'm really excited to see what this 93 car can do for this weekend. Like I said, also a new driver lineup with them as well. So a lot of new changes, a lot of the same car coming back. Not a lot of changes there either, and so I'm really excited for them. And then for my dark horse, I was going to choose the Aston. Obviously Jay chose the Aston, and I mean for literally no particular reason, just because the GTP class is like super good, super fun to watch. Um, I'm just gonna go with the 85 JDC. Again, for like literally no particular reason. I cannot wait to watch this GTP race. It's gonna be freaking cinema throughout. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited for it.
I think you're onto something with those picks. I like the accurate pick. We'll see what they can get their mechanical issues and avoid
Yeah,
any
the mechanical issues,
catastrophic
dude.
wrecks, man. That's
Uh,
gonna be the key.
if they could just get a car that can, take the curbs, I know, freaking crazy concept, I know, but like if they could just get a car that can just cross the finish line at the end of the race, I think we're looking at a top three, a very high probability of a top three finish. Honestly, I really do believe that.
No, I agree. 100%. I agree. I think it's going to be a great race. I mean, it's almost kind of like throwing a dart in the dark. So, it referring to throwing a dart in the dark. We're throwing a dart in the dark with no feathers, trying to hit a bullseye the size of a dime when we're picking
Yeah.
LMP2. This is the class that is going to be the action class. We've seen it years past. What was it? 2 years ago, we saw half the field wreck out on the Daytona chicane or the Le Mans chicane down the back straightaway at Daytona. Half the field gets wiped out, turned the race upside down. We had an upset kind of win there. And then last year, in the final 3 hours, we saw 6 different teams take the lead, and then the team that ultimately crossed the checker flag ended up getting disqualified. So it's like nobody wanted to win the race last year. It was an absolute thrilling show. And again, I really don't know what to expect. Obviously, United's going to be good. Crouch. I mean, you look at any of these teams: TDS, Tower, all Era Motorsports. I mean, all these teams have had high success in the LMP2 around the world. But when it comes down to who wins this race, who truly capitalizes, and who has the veteran experience, I like the cohesiveness of Dane Cameron. Dane Cameron is a five-time IMSA champion. He's going to be piloting the AO Racing machine with Johnny Edgar, Christian Rasmussen, who we already know is one of the most elite race car drivers on planet Earth, as he proved last year in IndyCar. I'm excited to see what this group could do. They also got Johnny Edgar behind the wheel as one of their silver drivers, one of their nighttime stint drivers. I think AO Racing, with the combination of experience, cohesiveness, the tried and true dominance they've had in IMSA, they'll be able to manage this race in a way that I feel like a lot of the other cars won't. I don't think we'll see them press. I don't think we'll see them put themselves into any vulnerable positions, and they're really good at strategizing races. And we're adapting to a new tire this year in the LMP2 class, and I think that's going to be a big challenge as well for a lot of these teams. And I think if there's a team that can be able to use their experience, use their pace to optimize these tires and make them last durations or longer stints, I think it's going to be AO Racing. I'm going to take AO Racing to win this race. And then when it comes to a dark horse, I just like this team personally. I'm a big Pratt Miller fan. I've seen them go into so many different motorsports in the past 5 years, and they've been super successful. Last year was a big year. It was their opening year in IMSA. They learned a lot. I feel like they've got a decent driver lineup with Pietro Fittipaldi, Enzo Fittipaldi. We'll see what they could do. They're bringing in some experience with some silver driver with Santo. I think this team's going to be one to watch in this race. Again, is it going to be reliability that's going to cost this team like we saw last year on several occasions? It's going to be pure pace and speed that's going to cost these drivers. That could be a potential problem. And maybe lack of experience with maybe with their bronze driver in behind the wheel as well. Maybe that'll be a hindrance to them. But I'm going to say at the end of this race, Look for Pratt Miller to be a contender. Look for them to be able to survive a lot of the carnage and keep themselves out of trouble and find themselves in a podium position late in this race.
All right, my LMP2 picks, dude. I'm going with the back-to-back Daytona 24-hour winners, the number 8 Tower. I don't care what happened in 2025. Those guys won the race. I don't care. Sebastian Bourdais is back. He's gonna kick everybody's butt that's out there on the racetrack, and Tower's once again gonna be stepping on the top side of that podium with my underdog. Who else can you go with, man? I mean, really, let's really think about this here. We're pure-blooded Americans. We're going with the number 73 Pratt and Miller. If you choose anyone else, you're just commie filth at that point. Filth. 73 Pratt for the underdog. Watch them win some races this year. Watch.
I'm with you. I think we even said that last week on our preview video. I said that Pratt Miller, this is their year, dude. I'm telling you, it's gonna all turn around. We're gonna see some big things out of Pratt Miller. All right, now when it comes to pro, like I said with GTP, I think this is your next class to be the most compelling and most hard-fought battle of the entire Rolex 24. I think that this class probably will see every car lead at certain durations of this race. Going into it, BMW, obviously last year with the controversies with Corvette. Dude, what kind of absolute mission are the Paul Miller team going to have this year? Are they going to get redemption? They're going to get revenge as they had the entire world turn against them last year in just fashion. It was warranted, right? Last year, Ford absolutely dominated this car. They took notes from Tom, telling them how to engineer a rear wing that they couldn't keep on their car in 2024. I think in 2025, they took a lot of those notes to heart. They took the criticism we gave them all year long, and they said, yeah, we got to prove them damn Dega boys wrong. They've been shitting on us for so long. We got to go out there and freaking show them we could do something. Well, they dominated this race last year. They absolutely took control of this race. This car, I feel like, was 100% built to run in Daytona. It's absolutely unbelievable how fast that car is. It's so fast. It's so fast in the inner road course, and fast enough to stay in front of the lower slipstream, lower downforce GT3 cars. That's going to be an absolute threat to watch. But this is America, Tom. And what do Americans love most? We love our goddamn Chevrolets. We love our Fords. We love our beer. And we love a goddamn redemption story, man. And that's the redemption story I'm here for. And I'm picking the damn number 4 Corvette with Tommy Milner, baby. This guy became an absolute meme famous. Throws his hand out of a 180-mile-an-hour race car down the back straightaway at Daytona, diving into turn 3, and gives those BMWs a big old middle finger. And then their teammate Wynn wiped out the BMW late in that race, and the damage was too much to overcome. I think the number 4 Corvette, not only are they setting themselves up to go and win this championship this year after their team car won it last year, I think they're going to take the Rolex 24 this year. Tommy Milner is the man. I don't give a damn. I will go to war for Tommy Milner because he goes to war for his boys on that team. He went to war for them, for the Chevy, for the Corvette. He went to war for GM Motors last year, and I love to see it. I think Tommy Milner is going to take that team, specifically the number 4 Corvette, back to victory lane here at Daytona. My dark horse, we know how outdated this car is. We know how it's a dumpster, man. It's a brick. But we got Barnicoat, we got Hawksworth back together. The dream team is assembled one more time. We're sending Lexus out on a high note. This was my pick to win the IMSA Series Championship this year. We know they're going to be good at the Detroits and the Long Beaches and the VIRs and those really intricate tracks. I think that's where they're going to thrive. What can they do at the Daytonas, the Sebrings, at the Indianapolises, and the Watkins Glens of the world? That's the biggest question mark I have. I've got the experience. They've got the drivers to be able to manage this race and stay out of trouble. I believe they've got a crew and a team and a strategy that's going to absolutely keep them in contention all day long. I think Vassie Sullivan is going to be in that top 3. They're going to be a threat at the end of this race. Can they outstand the pace and the sheer speed of the Ford? Can they beat the experience and the downforce of the Corvette? I don't know. It's going to be a good question. But I'm going to take them as my dark horse. I would love to see Vassie Sullivan get the job done and be a dark horse winner here at the Rolex.
Oh, such a compelling story with the Corvettes. It really is. It really is. But I'm doing it again. The back-to-back Daytona 24-hour winners. We're going with the number 65 Ford. And that honestly, I can't pronounce any of their last names, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But they're coming back. It's almost the same car, some very small changes. Like Jay said, they built the car for Daytona, and it's gonna be the same book. It's gonna be the same storyline. Here is what I am hoping. Well, let's go over my dark horse real quick. The number 14 Fassi, of course, I'm choosing them in my either dark horse or favorites every race. The reason why I choose the Ford is because I'm eating crow now, and I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. And with Vassie is my favorite team by far. I used to work with a couple guys that now work there, and they were all great guys. This is a great team, and really just really wishing huge successes for them. But this is what I want to see. All right. I want to see Tommy Milner not only flip off every Euro out there, but just absolutely right hook him into the wall as he's crossing the start finish line every lap he's out there. Every lap. That's a champions club right there. That's what we're talking about. USA #1, baby. Back-to-back World War champions.
I love it. I love it. Oh man. All right, and then now we have GTD. I think this is the most cut and dry class I feel like in the entire series. It's going to be basically Ferrari versus Windward is my prediction on the night. It's kind of what we saw last year. I don't really see any other teams really being able to compete. I mean, obviously the Fords are going to be fast because their GT3 program is fast, but I just don't know if they got the driver lineups and the teams to be able to compete with the Ferraris and the Windward Mercedes this year. So I'm just going to keep it short and simple. I think this is going to be probably the most bland class of the night. I mean, I feel like, well, not for action on track. I think we're going to see a lot of wrecks out of this class, a lot like LMP2. But I'm going to go Windward. Windward's going to go 3 in a row at Daytona. Robert Ellis, Ward. They're just such good drivers. It's a good cohesive team. The car is super freaking fast, man. What did they come from, like 3 laps down last year and got back on the podium?
Yeah, got on the lead lap.
It's just like unbelievable.
They got screwed over by IMSA. Like IMSA went on like, I don't know, a smooth brain campaign last year after the 24 hours of Daytona, and just like, you know, I don't even know what their freaking motive was for that. Like none of the nationalities line up, none of the the skin colors line up, or none of the freaking car colors line up or anything. They just, I don't know, straight up smooth brain. I mean, they killed Windward's chance of getting an award for strongest comeback of the day, or strongest comeback of the race. Insane what Windward did last year. Insane. And I don't think they did it at all through cautions. Didn't they do it through pure racing?
They got 2 of them backed by pure racing through the nighttime hours, and then they got 1 back through a caution late in the race.
Okay. Well, regardless, that's when they put in all their A drivers at night. Yeah. And they still did it.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It was one of the best performances I've ever seen, and they didn't get the hard charger or the most outstanding comeback of the day award. It just made no sense, and that's why I'm picking them to win this year. I feel like they've got a lot of redemption on their side this year. I feel like there's a lot that they made so many mistakes last year. I feel like, and they still put themselves in contention to win the race late. If they don't make those mistakes this year, they're dominating this race, guys. They are going to dog walk the field. They are going to put everybody on a leash, and they're going to carry them out to the lake and have them piss on a tree for them. It's going to be insane. They're going to
pet the heads of the other. You're going to go to a big farm. You're going to see all your friends. It's going to be nice and warm out.
Oh, man. And Dark Horse, I'm just going to go Ford. Like I said, their car is built for Daytona. I just don't know if they got the drivers to be able to, and maybe even some of the teams to be able to compete with the Windward or the Ferrari. A Ferrari's still a good pick. If you guys pick a Ferrari, I'm not going to argue with that at all. Those AF Corsa cars are really quick. They've got really good drivers. I think the battle for the lead is going to be between them and the Mercedes, but my Dark Horse, I'm going to go Ford. Like I said, it's a Daytona-built car. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, so typically I would choose Windward for my favorite, but I was going back over the entry list. I saw that Roman Grosjean was racing the number 16 Ford for this class.
Yeah, he's pulling double duty.
So
Pretty impressive.
I'm doing it. I'm choosing the 16 Ford for the GTD class, and I I, I mean, I guess the main reason is that he finally pulled his head out of his ass and got out of Lamborghini
Yeah, no
and
doubt.
and and came here. I think that's the best thing he's done. I think he deserves a little bit of support for that decision. I know it probably made his mom cry, but I think it needed to happen. I think it did. Um, and then for my dark horse, of course, I'm going with the number 12 Vassy. Um, God, I just feel so bad for him, man. I just feel so bad for him. They were once a dominant force to be reckoned with in this series, and now it's just mid, dude. It's so mid.
It's equipment, man. It's equipment.
Yeah.
We've got drivers. They
Yeah.
just don't have the equipment.
Yeah.
They're trying to make a dump truck compete with a Ferrari. It just ain't gonna work. Alrighty, those are our picks for this year's Rolex 24 at Daytona. It's going to be a fantastic race. Like I said, we're going to have some watch parties this weekend. I don't completely have the schedule lined out. I know we're going to do the final 2-3 hours of the race like we do every year. I don't know how we're going to plan out the other stints of this race. Me and Tom are going to work through those details over the next day or two and get it scheduled.
I do want to say one thing.
Yes, go for it.
Join the Discord for something really special during that race. And it'll be in our chats. You guys will want to be there. It'll be really, really, really special. Really special.
Yes. It's going to be fun. We had a great watch party on Saturday with the Chili Bowl Nationals. It gets even better. Wait till you listen to us on some IMSA broadcast, man. Especially the Rolex 24. That shit gets wild, bro. And we have a great time every year. We've streamed it. So I'm going to get those scheduled within the next couple days. Make sure you guys have your bell notifications turned on. Make sure you subscribe so you get the notification, get the alert for when we go live. Jump in there. Come hang out with us. And like Tom said, get in our Discord. That is very, very important. Something special incoming there on our Discord. So you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss any of this action. It's going to be an absolute thrill ride. And if you guys love racing as much as we do, well, obviously you do if you're here hanging out with the Dega Boys. You got to love a little bit of racing. So we are the best race community on the internet, and there ain't no doubt about it in my mind. There's so many cool people in this community. So many cool people joining our Discord all the time. People posting. That was a little bit of a tongue twister there.
You all right there?
That was a little alliteration.
Sheesh.
People posting lots of great content in our Discord all the time. Yes. God, that alliteration killed me, dude. Damn. Oh, man. It's always fun. If you guys want to support us even more, like I said, just leave a like on any of our videos. That helps out a ton. That you don't even know how much that helps. It gets us more into the algorithms for more people to view our content. If you guys want to follow us on all of our social medias, all those links are in the description below, as well as on the bottom of your screen now for you guys to go follow. Also is a link below to our Discord. Like I said, you got to join our Discord. It's very, very important that you do so for all this fun stuff that we get to do over there on the Discord, stuff that we can't post on YouTube, stuff that we like to share over there on the Discord. Always entertaining. All the drama, rumor, news, memes for all motorsports around the world. We post it right there on our Discord on a daily basis. Also, a link below to our merch store. Go buy you some Dega Boys swag. Go do it. Come on. You know you want to. It's some of the best high quality swag you can have. It's just fantastic. It's like when you wake up on race day after you got off of your just awful job, and maybe your wife doesn't love you anymore, or maybe your kids just don't like you, and you have to drop them off at school and they just don't appreciate you that much. But you know the race is this weekend and you're looking forward to it. And it's when you get to crack open a nice cold Bud Light because that's your favorite beer. But then you find out your wife didn't listen to you when she went and bought the beer at the grocery store, and she bought White Claws. And it just pisses you off. And that's what you look forward to all weekend long, is you are going to throw on your Dega Boys hoodie, and you're going to crack open that nice cold Bud Light, and you're going to watch the race with the Dega Boys. And you can't do that now. And now it puts you in an absolute strain. It puts you in depression. And then you end up just yelling and cursing at your boss. And now you're unemployed. And now you got to go and put yourself in a shelter. And now your wife is going to leave you because she likes this new 22-year-old Pilates teacher she has. And he just seems great and nice because he's got a French accent. You know, don't be like that guy. Buy you some Dega Boys merch. Get you some Bud Light in the fridge and come watch some Dega Boys watch parties with us because it's so much fun. Thank you guys again for tuning in. This has been a great freaking podcast here on the Dig It Boys channel. Hopefully you guys go buy some merch. I'm just saying. It's high quality. It's good. Something to look forward to. Tom, you have any closing words for this awesome podcast?
Mm, I mean, I got a pretty nice vacuum.
Oh man. It does the job. It does the job. Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching us here on this awesome Tuesday. We'll be back next Tuesday for another podcast, like always, a year-round show. Next week, we'll talk about the Rolex 24 race recap, and then we'll also do, I think next week, Tom, we should probably do our NASCAR season preview podcast as well. So we'll recap Rolex next week, and then we'll do a NASCAR season preview here on the channel. And then we'll move on to IndyCar and Formula One as we get closer to those starts of the seasons. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in. Hopefully, you guys have a good rest of your week, and we'll catch you all this weekend for another awesome watch party. Have a good rest of your week.
Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight in the orbit of Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Three, two, one, zero, zero. Discovery, go and throttle up.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.